Haribo, love. Before we continue with your Venus in your sign, let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed how two people can want love just as badly, but they reach for it in totally different ways? That is Venus. Venus shows you how you give and receive love, what you are drawn to, and what feels beautiful to you, and what you will not compromise on. And when we read Venus through the signs, you start to see your patterns with so much more compassion. Not to judge yourself, but to understand yourself. So in this video, I'm going to show you what Venus in different signs means in real life, how it loves, how it fears, and what is secretly needing, and what it needs to soften back into its natural sweetness. If you're watching and you're thinking, yes, this is me, then stay with me. This is going to feel like someone finally put into words something that you've always known. So let us begin right now. My name is Vinodini Dasi. I am a Vedic astrologer, author, and practitioner of the ancient Vedic arts. So if you are into Vedic astrology, ancient knowledge, and self-development, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you never miss any of the nectar. If you would like to learn Vedic astrology with me, check out the workshops that I'm currently doing at this time. And you can always get a reading with me. In the description here below, you will learn how to book one. If love has felt confusing lately, this might explain more than you think. Today, we're going to be talking about Venus in Pisces, and this placement tells the truth about what your heart is actually looking for. When we have a Venus in Pisces, we are having an energy of an exalted Venus, or Ucha, at 27 degrees in Revati Nakshatra. This is when you have the highest exaltation of Venus. And if Venus is placed exalted in any angle house, that is definitely going to be giving you the Malavya yoga. And that will definitely be a fantastic yoga where Venus is able to express her full exaltation at its best qualities. So this is a wonderful energy. And one of the reasons why Venus becomes so exalted in this sign is because this is where Venus can finally tap into her true devotion. Devotion in this material world is the highest form of love. It is a love that transcends. It is not a love that is superficial. It is not a love that is conditional. It is not a love that is vain. It is a love that is deep, transcendental devotion. We're tapping into the highest expression of love here, where Venus can truly be devoted to something bigger than herself, to something divine. And this is when we start tapping into that unconditional love. So you, with Venus in Pisces, you have this ability to really go into this. And this is a very fortunate placement that gives some very, very good results when Venus is well aspected and it is not debilitated. So here the keywords is fullness of love and prosperity. This is where Venus can really tap into her full potential, not in a superficial way, but in a deep transcendental way of love and prosperity. Venus in Pisces people, they can be very beautiful. They can have a gorgeous aura about them that is not just beauty, physical beauty, but also like spiritually beautiful person as well. They have this deep devotion and this very, very big heart that they naturally have. So here, when you have a good quality of Venus in Pisces and well aspected, and your Venus is strong, it may give you some very favorable results where you are very gentle. You are very polite. You're a very gentle soul, very polite, very sweet, very delicate, very, like there's this gentleness about you that is very beautiful and very graceful, and that people really, really admire deeply within you. So there is this gentleness, this politeness, this sweetness. You are also very unpretentious. You're not a pretentious person. You are very sincere, very real. And you love beauty and luxury. So there is still this love of beauty and luxury. And you do attract it naturally as well. You attract this beauty and luxury in your life. You are beautiful, and the energies around you can also be very beautiful, and you naturally attract this luxury into your life. Very refined, very sought after. Okay, these are the people that are very sought after naturally. Very refined people, very beautiful people. Venus here really is a blessing in your chart that it is in this exalted energy. There's also this energy that gets promoted in all of the affairs that you may tap into. So your progress in life is very powerful naturally. Yeah, you're very fortunate in all life's affairs. Like you're very successful in all the things that you naturally endeavor for and naturally go for. So Venus here definitely blesses all these things for you. There's also very knowledgeable. You could be very smart. You could be very spiritually smart, materially smart in many ways. So there's a knowledgeableness about you naturally. And there's a sense of humility around you as well, where you're not necessarily a show off of these things. You could also be very charming and very capable of being very wealthy when Venus is in Pisces. So congratulations. This is very, very powerful and very beautiful aspect. There could also be a very good sense of humor. You know how to laugh, you know how to be polite, you know how to be charming. So there could be a very good sense of humor naturally in your life. You care very deeply for others, and you are able to actually love somebody for their true essence, their soul. So you don't fall in love just because the person is beautiful, good looking, and well-mannered and rich. You fall in love with people's souls. You fall in love with that light within that sometimes they even forget about it. And so you can love in very unconditional ways, where it's just like the perfect love that every person may want, may need, where they don't have to be something that they're not, and they can be loved truly for who they are. You have that ability to really see through that. You can also focus on women's issues. Naturally, there is this deep feeling to help women, to be an advocate for women, to respect women, to adore women, to worship women. And this is one of the reasons why your Venus is exalted in Pisces, is because you have this quality to truly appreciate women at a very, very deep level. You also, and you understand them at a very deep level. The one who may understand them the most is this. And if you are a male with Venus in Pisces, I highly suggest that you do marry a Pisces woman. That is going to be the love of your life. And if you're a woman who has Venus in Pisces, you exude all these wonderful qualities as well in the world. There's also this energy of expanded capacity to feel pleasure. You can really feel pleasure in higher ways than anybody else. You can feel pleasure in ways that not everybody else can feel. So there is this ability to accept and to receive pleasure, to not be ashamed of it, but also to understand it for what it is, to kind of make it into a transcendent sort of energy. There's also a very big donor. You have a charitable heart. You want to donate big. You give in charity. You give to others. And this is a natural quality that you have. You're not this selfish person. You know, if you have the ability to give, you give to others. Very artistic, naturally artist, strong imagination, very fertile imagination. It just oozes out of you. The ability to be very artistic, the ability to be very good at all types of art. This comes naturally to you, and you could be very beautiful to look at when you are in your expressive sort of energy. There's also very inspirational energy. You're very inspiring. You inspire others very naturally in a very graceful sort of easy way. You don't have to try so hard, but the light shines through, and because of that you become very inspirational to others, and you're full of compassion for others, and you're highly intuitive. You can really feel the energies of others, very intuitive and very inspirational. So Venus in Pisces is a wonderful aspect, especially if it's well aspected. Very lucky. I'm very happy for you. Now, if Venus is retrograde, aspected by a malefic, or in a difficult house, then you can definitely have some different results, more of the unfavorable results. Please check out the Venus through the houses to understand a little bit more about your Venus placement. And if you do experience any of these unfavorable qualities that I'm about to mention, then I highly suggest that you do the Venus remedies, because that can really help you in gaining more of the positive, favorable qualities that this amazing aspect can give you. So more of the unfavorable qualities are lack of capacity to earn the comforts and money that you need. So this now steps more into the energy of not being capable of creating that wealth, creating that abundance in your life, creating the comforts and the money that you do desire to have. So if you haven't experienced this, then it's because your Venus might be debilitated. So you definitely have to do some remedies that can really help you. And because of this, you may start using others for livelihood. You may start living out of other people's charity, and manipulating others so that they can give you the ability for you to live better and more comfortable. So be careful with this, because this is also showing a debilitated Venus in Pisces. There's also a sort of unrestrained, overindulgent energy where now you're taking it overboard, and this may take you into having losses through misplaced sympathies, or losses through depending on others, or losses for your overindulgences. So this could also be showing a sort of debilitated Venus in Pisces. There's also this sort of energy where you're being taken advantage of. So be careful with this because of your good nature, because of your sweet nature, or putting yourself in a position where other people can take advantage of you. So, protect yourself, protect your heart. Very important. You may take advantage of marriage or partnerships naturally. May be taking advantage of the partner that you end up being with. So be careful with this. And because of this can also lead you into partnership troubles. Where, you're not getting the love that you deserve, and the Venus in Pisces is not promising you this beautiful love affair that you can definitely tap into. So that could also be showing a debilitated Venus in Pisces. There could also be too sacrificing, where you're like become the murder, of helping others, being there for others, over-sacrificing for others, over-sacrificing for your loved one, over-sacrificing for your partner. And that could also lead to difficulties in your love life, and also debilitating your self-esteem and eroding it. There could also be foot ailments, if there's foot issues, foot accidents, hurting your feet in some way, somehow, problems with your feet, then this can show that Venus and Pisces can be something that debilitates you. One thing that could be a very nice healing for you specifically is dancing, footwork, any sort of sport that has footwork, or any sort of dancing that has a lot of footwork can really be helpful for you to strengthen your Venus and Pisces. But I would suggest that you still check out the Venus remedies so that you can strengthen more of your Venus, because aside from the foot ailments, there could also be reproductive problems, complaints, not being able to have a balanced reproductive system. You can have swelling in the intestinal area or in the midsection as well. So these are some of the issues that can happen if you do have Venus in Pisces debilitated or badly aspected. Definitely check out the remedies for Venus in my channel. You will be able to find them. And please let us know in the comments if you feel connected to these messages. What has Venus in Pisces really shown for you? How has it manifested for you? This is the video where you're going to be able to find your other partners and peeps who also have Venus in Pisces, so we can all share it together. Thank you so much for being here. And if you would like to learn Vedic astrology with me, then definitely check out my workshops in the description here below to participate in those. And if you would like a personal reading by me, then also check out in the description here below to book a one-on-one consultation with me. Those were your messages, Venus and Pisces. I hope that they help. Thank you so much for the likes, the hypes, and the comments. Truly appreciate you, and I'll be seeing you on the next video. Hari Bol and Hari Krishna.